And we are live.
Yes, we are.
Hey everyone.
Hey, everybody.
Bonjour. Good morning. Guten Tag. Buongiorno.
Thank you for your patience.
Yeah, thank you for your patience. Hi everyone. It's so lovely to see everyone. Hi Co, Diana, John, Juliana, Tom, Jay, to be here. Lovely to see you also, family, really. You know what? Yeah, this is lovely. I'm so happy to
Thank you,
do
Tom.
this. Thank you, Tom. Yeah, yeah. Hey, it is what it is. Sometimes these things be vanishing, Tom.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's all right. What's
Listen,
meant to be is meant to be. What's not is not. You know how
yeah.
that goes.
So welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello to everyone, whether you're in the chats or not. You are welcome here, and welcome to another live. It's AwakenToJoy. I'm Shem. If you don't know me by now, artist, author, singer-songwriter, much more, intuitive guide, and I'm here with Omondi.
Bonjour, bonjour, bonjour. Je suis Omondi. So, yeah, for the one who don't know yet, I'm a music producer, sound engineer, and I'm also into spirituality. Yeah, so now I actually enjoy studying consciousness, interpret signs, synchronicity. So sign and synchronicity interpretations, and obviously anything to see with alternate state of consciousness.
Oh my gosh. Are you trying to tell me that it's not to be here, it's to be here? Because that's wild that I've been saying to be. Please correct me, Toby. If it's Toby, and if it's to be here, then it's to be here. Let me know.
All this time,
All this time.
little did I know.
Hey MJ. Yeah,
Hey,
Schumann
MJ.
frequency. Yes, I do. I hear it, by the way. I've been hearing it a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful. And hello, right to right. That's wonderful, Juliana. And I knew it would. And this is the thing about the readings that I give a lot of the times.
Wow, that's really lovely.
I'll give them, and then people will be like, okay. And then I'm like, yeah. And then like 6 months afterwards or a year afterwards, I'll be like, hello. Excuse me. Hey Creo. Thank you all for I saw you all in the chat, whoever's in the chat, Creo. Loretta, I caught Heiko as well in our premiere that we did the other day for Frequency Asks Questions. I really love the fact that there's a space for the community, anyone who like feels unsure, to be able to just put their questions in and get them answered by us. And I'm really enjoying that space right now with the guys, and it's been really lovely. We will be seeing like how we can continue to allow people to like come forward with that, because I know that it is okay. It's Tasha. Okay, Tasha.
Oh, wow.
Hey Tasha.
Hey, Tasha. Yeah, Tom, saying, Omondi, buddy, brother, you find out all sorts of stuff simply by dwelling in thoughts, so to speak, simply considering stuff. I mean, as a means of learning. I can relate. Yeah, absolutely. This is the one of the. You know what? We are a source of knowledge.
Yeah.
Just we have to recognize it. That's all. And then trying to tune in.
Heiko, you can put the questions in. It's just like an email, like a Dropbox, and you just drop the email question that it is you want answered. And we usually just dedicate answering it. But it's anonymous, so whether or not we know it's neither here nor there, but you just drop it if you want to drop it. It's for anyone who just doesn't want to put a face to the question that they have, but have a question, and we'll answer it, because I know everyone's at different stages of this, and it's not a straight walk sometimes. It's not like a straight path. It's a very winding road sometimes. So I'm aware of that. I'm very conscious of that.
So tell us at the O's888.com. So long story short, if you go on the website, on the homepage, there is like a section where you'll see where all the email addresses are there, and then you can obviously send your question, like Shem said there, even anonymously. Like, you don't have to put your name or anything like that. That's not the point. If you want to, for sure, we'll just be more than happy to actually share that the question is from you, whoever you are, and also and testimonial as well. You can just leave there as well.
Yeah. Hey MJ. Yeah. We're thankful you're here too. We're really, listen, this was by the way, guys, I did want to mark something just at the top of this before we get started. This week is also my birthday week, so, and it's my birthday month, because this is how we roll, right?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
it's
birthday
why
what?
not? Okay.
Why not? Why not do it?
But it also marks 2 years that we've had this channel, and that we've been doing Awaken to Joy, and that we've been just really just opening up to you guys, finding our tribe, finding our soul family. It's been a wonderful, wonderful journey, and it's been lovely. It's been lovely. It's really a new way to live, and I love it. And it's just a new way to embrace life. Thank you, Juliana. Mwah. You know how I stay with my shoulders.
MJ as well. Say happy birthday, Mouth.
Thanks, MJ. Thanks, everyone. And hi,
Hi, So glad to see you all
It's
here.
funny. I dreamt about a possum and a bear this week. Those are very relevant totem animals for me this week moving forward, really. So yes. Oh, thank you, Jay. Thank you, everyone. And I'm like celebrating it, because why not?
You might as well, isn't it?
Because it's a month, and because why not?
Oh, this is
yay! Creo as well. Oh, yeah, lovely. Is it or is it not? Either way, happy birthday week. Happy birthday month then. Let's do it big.
You might as well.
And let's do it big, Creo.
Listen, I'll do my birthday for the whole entire year.
Yes. Yes. 19th, 8th. What are we doing here? Lovely. Oh, lovely.
I like the Tom one saying that I meant her an happy incarnation anniversary, Shem. Thanks for incarnating.
Thank you.
If you hadn't, we couldn't be together now doing the thing. Yeah.
For the incarnation. I love incarnation. Happy incarnation. I love it. That might be a thing. I actually have a banner sitting up, and I was thinking about what to use the banner for, because it has its own words on it. And I was like, happy birthday is like, incarnation month. Love it.
And I'm just saying my mother's birthday was yesterday.
Oh, lovely.
I love Gemini.
Listen, we are out here. I decided to end this whole entire thing on Gemini because why not? Okay. And I needed communication skills. Hey, Stacey.
Hey, Stacey.
All right. I see.
Jay, you haven't acknowledged your birthday
for over 25 years. Well, I will find out when, and I'm going to acknowledge it. No, it's your business. See, boundaries, isn't it, Jay? But hey, Jay, we acknowledge you here every Sunday, regardless of when your birthday is, because that's how it is here. So yeah, let's do what we need to do. And yeah, this is lovely, guys. It's finding out how many people. So happy birthday, everybody. and done. Happy incarnation, everybody. Let's roll with this, soul family. Like,
Yeah, I just want to say one thing
let's
just
push
before
on.
we go ahead. Diana saying that, John, you inspired me a lot. I really resonated with your story. I am going through a lot of similar shit, and that's the whole point of what we're doing is like that's wonderful that we can inspire one another. So yeah, if you wanna put your testimonial out there so we can inspire other people, go ahead and do so because it's
Yeah,
lovely to see.
yeah. And really, it doesn't, you do not have to, if you haven't really noticed by now, you do not have to have like a big channel or a channel at all, or doing anything like publicly to share your testimony here. Like, it just is.
Now it could just
We're
be
all just from different
yeah.
walks of life, but sharing the same path, sharing the same story. So this is wonderful. Like,
Korea, Jay want a reading for his birthday. Yeah, great.
oh yeah, really, I'm gonna have a
Perfect.
really, do you know what, I went and bought, oh, where are they, how do you call them, the palmier, le truc là,
The palmier.
yeah,
What, the biscuit?
oh, how do you, yeah, I wish, look, they look like pretzels, but they're made of flaky pastry, and
Yeah,
they
they're
kind of
amazing.
got like a nice glaze on them.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, palmier. Yeah,
they're
palmier. You
called
said it right.
palmier. Yeah, I got a packet and it's mine. It's mine's. I actually have an issue.
No, it's for kids.
I know. I actually have an issue. I see
You know
see
what's-
like people around me eyes, and like
Yeah.
I have to share it. So, and I do really enjoy sharing those type of stuff. So I was like, you get a palmier and you get a it was lovely. It is lovely. I've been snacking out of control and I love it. Um yeah, it's just I've been, it's been a vibe, and I'm staying up and vibrations are high. So like I said, happy to be here, guys, and as always, it's always wonderful to be around you. Yeah, John's story I knew was going to touch a lot of people, and still is whenever they find that, John, because you are literally not alone in this. Like, we all out here.
It's very relatable.
Really.
So what do we start?
Okay.
What do you want to start?
I want to start with your words this week. And by the way,
do you want to start with the community question?
Let's start with the community question.
Do you want me to read it?
You can read it.
With my French accent. Let's go.
Go on with your French accent.
Butchering the words.
No, you're not. You're fine the way you are, babe.
All right, so let me do this. Yeah. So someone in the community just asked, basically, or I mean, said, told this, he or she, I don't know, told this story. I have been on my awakening journey for about 3 years now, and I noticed that I still judge everything myself, my choices, other people, as either good or bad. Even after all this inner work, I still find myself saying that was a bad decision. I am not good enough. She's a good person. He's a bad person. I know intellectually that duality is an illusion, but it is so deeply wired into me that I cannot seem to stop the automatic judgment. Where does this come from, and how do you begin to move out of it? So, actually, that's what we the actual etymology of the two words will be good and bad anyway, because it's very relevant. So anyway, so yeah,
you first.
No, I read it. You go first, and then and you guys, if you have something to say about that, please.
Okay, share. All right. I went into this because when I first, like, I've always, like I said, came in seeing a lot as a kid. And D-Fish, hey D-Fish, I see they've spoken about hi, I hope you're all right as well. Oh, we're gonna touch on that cycle. I'm gonna put a pin on that actually, so that I can come back to that. I don't want to forget what you said.
Yeah.
But like I said,
so I'll copy it.
Thank you. Copy what they said so I can. Yeah, please.
Yeah, go ahead.
When it comes to this good and bad thing, I've realized that I went into a space, especially when you deal with getting information from new age type of teachings, and where they can really help when it comes to a lot of the idea about, overlooking at duality and letting go of judgment and forgiveness and healing and a lot of concepts like that. Where I found they fell short for me is it's still, if you're somebody who's an empath or a sensitive person, or find yourself being able to pick up on emotions really quickly, you can always find yourself having to stay out of judgment. Okay. But at the same time, you can find yourself at either end or the other of whether something is good or whether something is bad. People constantly telling you, you're such a good person, you're such a good person, which kind of piles on this label where now you overjudge yourself for anything that it's deemed to be bad. And I know people's like, yeah, but you don't always want to be the bad guy. It's just as heavy as being the good guy.
Yeah, it's true. With
It's
expectation.
the expectation is the same
Yeah.
heaviness, because it comes with you not being able to air your be anybody else, or you cannot now be the villain in anyone else's story, or you feel that way, right? Because villains are bad, right? And when a lot of us are faced with this dilemma of good or bad and us seeing it play out, it's hard to know where to stand. But at the same time, harm is harm. Harm is harm. And when you are on the other side, or you're tapped in and you know what the universal laws are, do no harm is right there. Do no harm. Do no harm to yourself, do no harm to others. So once you take away the idea of the good and the bad, and you can see through harm, see it through harm's way, it was a big navigator for me. So whoever this is for, I get it. You do find yourself being like, I don't want to judge, but there's judgment and then there's evaluation. It's a fine line to walk. If you go into this, no, I don't see anything, you can really find yourself spiritually bypassing everything. Oh no, but I have to see this person as the 3-year-old they were. Yeah, you can do that. And you can also see them as the adult they are, choosing to treat you or others in a harmful way as well. You still have to walk in your power. Anything that's going to harm you and others is still what it is. You still have to be at a place where you can call a thing, and trying to relinquish all ideas of good, bad, up, down is kind of circumventing what this experience is. We are literally here to experience duality. It doesn't mean that you have to dabble in gossip or harmful talk against anybody or anything like that. But if you see something that is harming somebody, and you are harming, or you're going to harm somebody, you can call a thing. You can make an evaluation. Like, you can still make evaluations. And that's where your discernment comes in. And the whole idea that we're supposed to step away from it excuses too much. How much have we excused in trying to circumvent the idea of non-judgment? It's a fine line. And I feel like, as much as unconditionality is seen in the eyes of love, I also believe that, or what I've come to see, is that they're two separate things. And that's why when you really experience unconditionality, love seems to pale in comparison, especially the love we experience here, because it's so conditional. You see what I mean? So you don't have to be a saint around this. You just have to be an observer. If you think that your judgment about it is going to hold you in some sort of purgatory or contempt, because that's really what it's not to do. It's not that you don't judge because you don't want to be a bad person. You don't judge because whatever you hold someone else to, you're holding yourself to. Oh my God, I can't believe she's wearing that. then you're saying that to yourself. So now next time you find yourself having to do that thing, now you're struck with anxiety and all this other stuff that goes with the judgment that you piled on someone else. You end up being miserable because of your own judgments. Forget the misery you put someone else in that moment of judgment. You then carry it around. It's heavy. It's something that you are to forgive rather than forget. It's not forget about doing it. Let it go. Let it go because it's heavy. Let it go because it doesn't serve you. Not because you can't see the difference between harm and not harm or whatever it is. And wrong and right, kind of, let's be real, it depends on who you are. Like some people are like, yeah, Marmite. And then some people are like, no Marmite. It's and you know, and even like say like something simple like a friendship. Are you compatible or not? It doesn't mean someone's wrong because they're not compatible. They're just not wrong. They're just wrong for you. And that is where the subtlety is. And that's where your discernment and your intuition are so key for you to tap into. Like, if you're looking outside yourself to tell you what is wrong and what is right, this is where people end up getting caught in the mire of it all. You really have to tap. This is where you use your discernment. Like, is this right for me? Is this wrong for me? Is this harmful for me? Is this harmful for someone else around me? Do I want to dabble? And if the answer is no, then no, it's not good for you. You see what I'm saying? But where we start finding out what's good for someone else and what's bad for someone else, mind your own goddamn business. Then you ain't gonna worry about it.
Yeah. It's plenty. I saw like plenty great answer to that question. I'm gonna go through in a minute. I'm just gonna say one thing real quick about that, and I'm gonna go through all you guys' comment. Okay, this is my view on this. Yeah, and like I say, I told you what I do. I spend my time, and I'm just analyzing layers of my own consciousness of how the world works around me and stuff like that. Well, I'm gonna tell you about that. Whoever you are, what you need to understand is you worry, you're chasing your own tail basically. So basically you worry about judging about, things by good and bad, but you're judging yourself in the process of worrying, judging good and bad as being bad. Maybe it ain't bad. Maybe it just is. It's just what it is. You're judging. Maybe you don't like it, in alignment with it. That's what it's just an indication that maybe you want to do the shift, right? But to just saying like, oh, just for the sake of saying I'm not going to be in judgment, but then you feel bad now because you're still in judgment. You're in judgment regardless. So don't try to run away from it. Just be like, well, it's what it is. It's where I'm at. Fuck it. Really seriously, just fuck it. Like, stop hanging on to stuff so much. It's the same thing as always trying to heal. I've got to do some healing because I'm so, yes, you feel bad. That's where you're at. Guess what? That's where you're at, but that's not who you are. It's just what experience you've decided you're going to have right now in this instance. And guess what you can do? You just can change. And you can change simply by saying, you know what? I ain't going to judge. Yeah, that's what it is, whatever. Because the truth is that you feel like a weight lifting off of your shoulder the minute you decide not to care about that in the first place. And most of these things, that's what it's about. Is stop caring so much about being good or being bad, because that's you trying to decide what's good and what's bad in the first place. Let it go. That's what I would say. Just let it go. Simply let it go.
And how much times have we thought we're doing so good and we've been just like, no, it's actually no. It's very harmful.
Right.
And then we thought we were doing something so wrong, and someone was like, what are you talking about? Like, no, do it, do more. And you're like, oh, okay.
The road to hell is paved with good intentions. So listen,
it just is.
Here you go, right?
And we make our own hell here.
Yeah, stop judging yourself.
Yeah. So Eno said, stop judging yourself. MJ is that said, that is primary programming.
For sure.
It's the number one thing, right? That's the first thing. Let's get it in them, folks.
Right. Very hard
Very
to
hard
override.
to, yeah.
Override.
I know. It's like we'd have to format the whole system. Like, you know what? We're gonna have to do.
Think about it. It's like if you have a corrupted system, what do you do? Sometimes just break the whole, like just discard of the whole thing and rebuild, but with different
Yeah.
concept from scratch.
Yeah.
Trying to maintain and heal the system, and that don't always work.
Said the answers are within. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So what have we got? Okay. Too much on both ends. So Thomas said, good and bad to me are perspectives. I concern myself with honesty. Good and bad mean little to me.
Yeah.
When I shatter illusions folks love, I can be seen as bad, as a villain. Yeah.
Right.
And this is the thing as well, like as this whole disclosure idea is unfolding, how many people have vilified it or demonized it because it's butt up against their beliefs.
Yes, and I think also is the idea of there's a better version of myself somewhere. You are the better version of yourself already. How about that? And you going through your own experience as a result, because guess what? When you feel great, you manifest great. That's just the way it is. That's how it mechanically work here.
Yeah.
Round one. I know sometimes it sucks because it's like, well, if I feel bad, it's gonna be terrible. Yeah, kind of. But guess what? You can just
for a while.
It's gonna suck. Yeah, it sucks, but it is what it is.
Oh my gosh, so true.
We all go through these same things, and trust me, whoever you are, you're not alone. We're going through the same thing, but at some point you realize, like, no, I gotta let it go.
Yeah.
It's madness. It's insane.
So John has said there is no such thing as good and bad. There is simply choice. And if you choose to live within or without love. Et voila.
I mean, think about how the mafia even was built. Talking about Italy, right? In the first place,
they weren't the first. Firstly, they
no. But I'm
Hollywood made out they were the only ones with family organizations.
But for the sake
they just weren't
of talking about something, I mean, simplistically talking, right? I'm just saying, all right. Originally, as far as they're concerned, they had principles and it was to serve their family, their community. So in their mind, are they doing bad? Probably not. So it's so relative to, and yeah, maybe you might hurt people, but in the process of that, some people end up to make other people feel great about themselves. So I know it sounds effed up sometimes, but that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying for you to go and do that deliberately. All I'm just saying is like, that's why it's pointless to judge, because you might do something great and someone might look at it as you hurting them.
Yeah.
Even if someone has a jealousy streak in them and then you doing great hurts them, you could say, well, that's not my fault. You see what I mean? It's so layered. You shouldn't concern yourself with it. It's just that when you know someone is jealous around you, you keep them around you, let's say, but all you do is put more of what makes them jealous in front of their face because you don't want to get rid of them. Is it good? Is it bad? What is it?
Yeah, and John said you can't have light without dark. You can't have good without bad, because these are constructs created as we move through the frequency. Yeah. Yeah.
Say, oh shit, do no harm. I give it pork.
Oh my gosh. It feels liberating. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is. Hero or villain, being honest means the most to me. So I get to be both. And when you're both, it's just that much difference, or is the only true difference between honest or dishonest.
Yeah, I've seen some people honestly bad, what you would say, and other people, honestly, dishonestly good.
Yeah.
It depends on your perception.
Yeah, it does.
So don't do things for the sake of good and bad in the first place, which means that judging yourself for not being able to not judge people, for not being able to stop judging people.
Yeah. I love the way that you lot are back and forth with this. I love it.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
But it is a real thing. I mean, we're going through these things and sharing it. It's important to get perspective and that.
Yeah. So to be here is saying, Tasha saying, pure observation, and it will dissolve
Mm-hmm.
even judgments. Yeah. Because you just have to look at something. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
that's what's happening.
And you know what?
Okay.
The number one thing to observe is yourself. You observe yourself first, how you react to things, and be like, oh wow, I'm judging. Oh shit. Well, it is what it is. And just let it go.
Yeah. Absolutely. All right. So where are we going?
All right. Well,
do
etymology,
your
well,
words.
Hey, good and bad today then.
Okay, go for it.
We're gonna start. It's very interesting actually. Good and bad. So I'm gonna start with good. So the origins, Old English. I think everyone knows that. Also Proto-Germanic, but we know that German, I mean Dutch and English is very related, and Proto-Indo-European. So the etymology, Old English, God. Okay, that's apparently how they said it.
Mm-hmm.
So Old English God, fitting, adequate, sufficient, having the right qualities for the purpose. That's what it means in Old English.
You just said God.
Yeah. So good in Old English is God, fitting, adequate, sufficient, having the right qualities for the purpose. Apparently, it's what it is.
Having the right qualities for the purpose.
So, from Proto-Germanic angle now, let's talk about this. So, it's God as that which is fitting, that which belongs together, that which unites. And it's funny, that's where Godas most likely come from. In French, we've got a slang word for shoes, because in French, shoes is chaussure. However, we also use Godas, but it's I think Godas or DASSE, one of the two. I don't remember exactly the spelling.
That fits me. My fittings.
Why?
My fits.
Yeah, that which
I love
is
that
fitting.
old word. It's
and also that which
it's old French though, but I love that. It's one of my favorite old French words.
Yeah, that which belongs together. Because obviously it's a pair, right? So that's probably where it's coming from. I didn't know that myself, but it's funny, right? That which unites. And from Proto-Indo-European, it's Ged, Ghedh. So Ghed is Ged, and to unite, to join, to fit together. So at its root, good described practical fitness and alignment. A good tool was one that did what it was made to do. It was not a moral category at all. It was a description of right fit for purpose.
Fit for purpose.
Yeah. So a good person in the original sense was simply one who has suited to what they were doing. Effective, aligned, capable.
So it's more when someone says they're not good for you or I'm not good for you, it's more I'm not fit for purpose for you.
Yeah. So whatever you're requiring, it is not aligned with you.
Wow.
Yeah.
But then why don't we just I understand why we don't just go around saying that's not fit for purpose, but it would hit more, like the meaning of it would hit more, like
it's about alignment.
Even if we said it to a kid, oh, that's not good, we'd be like, that's not fit for purpose, babe. Yeah. Don't put the pin in the electric plug.
Well, that is true. And it's like trying to fit a triangle in a square. It's not going to fit, right? It's not fit for that purpose,
it's
right?
It's not good.
It's not good. So, yeah.
I guess.
And I see, think about it for what it is. All right. So if you were describing a two-year-old trying to fit that square, that triangle into the square, let's say it was a toy, right? And it doesn't fit, you would say, that's not fit for that purpose. Like it doesn't align with what you're trying to do, right?
Yeah.
But just saying it's not good, immediately whoever is doing it, being told that it's not good, will feel like what they're doing is not good. They know, oh, it's not of a good nature, or it will resonate that way, as opposed to, it's like that's what we feel, if we that's why we're so sensitive to, if someone tell us something that is not good, or regarding what we're doing, we take it personally, as
Yeah.
opposed to, oh, it's just not aligned.
Yeah.
So that's a huge difference in how we take it, right? So
Absolutely.
so now the whole system, the institution, and whatnot, and particularly through religion, and social structures and stuff like that, they basically change the meaning of that word. So they turn a word of practical fit into the highest moral category: virtuous, approved, worthy of love and belonging. Because it's the truth. If you would say, "Oh, that's not good," then a lot of people will feel like they're doing something wrong, right? That's a normal reaction. You react as you doing something wrong, as opposed to
That's not fit for purpose.
yeah, what you're using here is not fit for that purpose. Yeah.
But then when you're told as a person, you are a good person, it's not a compliment then, is it? Because what you're saying is,
Come again? What did you say?
when someone says, "Oh, you're such a good person," like,
Yeah.
you're so fit for purpose. Purpose of what?
Yeah.
Purpose of what?
That's why
Whose purpose?
it's not really applicable
It just doesn't
to your being.
apply.
No.
It stops applying.
Yeah. But I guess it was a way to categorize different
But then
what
look where
do
it
they
came
call
from.
it? Different um it's like a caste, like different
Different castes of people.
caste
Yeah,
of
but then
people,
it
and
was another classification.
stock, good stock. That's what they say.
Yeah,
You're good
it's
stock or
another
you bad stock. Yeah.
classification. Like, you go to school, you're a good boy, aren't you? Oh, such a good boy. Yeah, so fit for purpose. Purpose
You
of
work
what?
hard, you're a good person, and whatnot.
Oh, yeah,
No.
you are. And they'd be right.
Such a good person. Work so
Yeah,
hard.
you
I
are
know.
fit for purpose. Purpose of working for them
Exactly.
or whoever the hell.
So basically, the distortion
Alright.
is this. Basically, it's a hidden distortion. Everything is hidden behind the words. So basically, this is what people don't see it as distortion, but a moral verdict of virtue and worthiness. You have earned your place and your belonging. Something conferred by external approval. You are good when others say so. And then the opposite of bad, making it conditional, unstable, and always requiring performance to maintain expectation, obviously. Okay. Now, what it was, the true frequency of it, it is in right alignment with your own sovereign nature, fitting, suited, effective in your truest expression. Not a verdict handed down from outside, but a felt sense of inner coherence. Not the opposite of bad, but a state of being wholly and genuinely yourself.
So if you're all good, that means you're being yourself. And that means that that's a verdict that you give to yourself. That's not a verdict that can even be handed down to someone else, because they can't detect if you're being yourself. That's something that is an inner detection.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow. But
So
do you know what's funny? Because John said, yeah, this is all from within.
it is.
This is it. This is us.
And then again, it's not, like I say, it's not about stop using the words. It's about being intentional with it. Like the right conviction, the right energy behind the words. So when you use it, it's effective. One, for your manifestation, because there is a vibration behind every words. There is numerology for every word. It's a particular vibration you're using. It's a code. Okay. So when you use these words, believe it or not, you actually coding into existence.
Yeah.
So it's important to know the vibration of these words and be intentional with it, because what the subconscious does as well, it doesn't stop registering what you're saying, even though you say, "No, I'm over this, I'm over that." But the way you still intentionally using these words, your subconscious is recording it, store it in your body, in your cells, in your DNA, and that is how um, they are able right now to put a bunch of people under hypnosis, mass psychosis. That's what you would call it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then just manage their own reality. I mean, the people's reality for them. So you could shift to I am ready. I am already fitted to my own sovereign nature. That is my goodness. I am in alignment with what I am here to do and to be. I do not need external approval to know when I am in my right expression. So that's basically how you shift basically. And that's instead of saying I need to be good, basically. You would shift and start understanding it differently and speak of it the way you intend to in the first place.
All roads lead back to you, isn't it?
Hmm.
Go
Yeah.
for it.
So, which you never alone, right? You got you, right?
Yeah. I see that the chats are going.
Yeah, let's
So
let's
if I'm yeah, yeah. So D Fish as well was coming in. Why am I getting she feelings? Okay, I'm not gonna go back and forth. Okay, I'm not
There's so
gonna
much
pursue it.
energy behind the word.
It is, but long story short, they were talking about the fact that the shift is happening, and there's not going to be any basically hobbyism, spiritual hobbyism going on. It's not going to be something you dabble in. It's just going to have to we're going to be challenged. The challenge is happening again, and we're going to all have to we're going to have to face something. There's going to be other things to face, and it's just going to be whether or not
You know,
whether or not you're up for it, whether or not you're ready for it, whether or not you're going to move forward. Are you going to move forward or you're not going to move forward? What you're going to do this time? Choices to be made.
right.
Choices to be made. Yeah. Choices to be experienced as well. Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Tom. Likewise.
Yeah, Tom.
You know, it reminds me about
Likewise.
that energy. We can address it in a minute. I'm gonna speed through the other word, which is bad. But bad is actually more interesting, believe it or not.
Okay. Go on.
However, I'm just gonna say this as far as the energy and what's to come, end of a cycle or whatnot. You know, it's like someone has been, you know, in war for so long. Comes a time where I don't think you mind the bullet. You just walk. You don't, you're not gonna dug down or anything like this, because you understand, if it's, you've seen enough people to understand, if it's my day, it's my day. But if it ain't, there ain't no one bullet that's gonna hit me. So what? Guess what I'm gonna do? I ain't gonna walk or run scared. I'm just gonna be myself no matter what. And this is how we have to really face it, because at the end of the day, if the shit don't stop, what you gonna do?
How many of us would have walked 2020 different? Now looking back in hindsight.
Real. That's true, right? What would you do different?
What would you have done different? Just a little question. But let's get on with bad.
All right, so bad. So origin again, Old English, okay, but the origin of bad is actually disputed, so not everyone agrees with it.
Okay.
So we're gonna say possibly Old English, possibly Old French influence. You see, the French and the English always fought about something anyway. So the etymology of it is this: Old English, and I don't know how to pronounce that. It's like an A and an E stuck together, but it's weird. It's like, if you guys know how to pronounce it, please do tell me. It's Bidel. So hermaphrodite, effeminate man, a person who did not fit the expected social category.
Hang on a minute. That's what they used to call a baddle.
That's where it's from. Bad is from Badel. I don't know
Hermaph-
if
but
Adel.
hermaphrodite,
Baidel. That's what it is. So it's
hermaphrodite,
hermaphrodite,
but
effeminate
then
man.
hermaphrodites are what they used to call what we call today, if I'm correct, intersex.
Yeah. Which in Indian culture it's is highly revered as being a deities.
Okay, so go for
If
it.
you they
Yeah.
you know
Okay, I
um
don't know how to pronounce that, even if it's Old English. I don't know what
I
you
think it's
do with the
Baidal.
smushed up A&E.
Yeah, hermaphrodite, effeminate man, a person who did not fit the expected social category. From Baidan, so same thing. The A and the E stuck together, so it's BAE stuck together. DAN, Baidan, to defile, to corrupt, but also simply to be out of place. The etymology of bad is one of the most revealing in the language because its earliest uses were not moral at all. They described a person or thing that did not fit the expected category. Something or someone that was difficult to classify, that fell outside the recognized structure. Over centuries, through religious and social conditioning, not fitting the category became not fitting the moral standard. Bad became the word used to name anything outside the structure imposed by a government institution, whatever it was at the time, sort of institution, all the approved structures basically.
Okay.
So behavior, identity, desire, thoughts, anything that didn't fit that was bad basically. What was originally simply outside the expected classification became sinful, dangerous, unworthy of love.
Unworthy of love.
Yeah, this is a play, right?
Wow.
Right?
Okay.
So good to know, right? So you see where that comes from, right? So the hidden distortion, I'm guessing you all know what it is now. A moral condemnations. You are sinful, broken, unworthy, outside the grace of what is acceptable. What happens when you do not conform to the structures, the government institutions, any authorities has approved? A permanent character judgment rather than a temporary description of misalignment. So the original frequency of it, a signal that something is outside an expected category, useful information, not a verdict. Often what authority calls bad is simply what does not serve its structures, which may be exactly what serves your sovereign truth. It is not the opposite of good, but a category. So bad it is not the opposite of good. It's important to understand that. But a category that the institutions manage, created basically to manage those who do not conform. Yeah, that's real, right? So instead of saying I am bad for wanting this or for doing this, you could just shift to what I want does not fit the category the system approved. That is not the same as wrong. The institution calls what it cannot classify bad. My sovereign truth does not require its classification. I am outside an expected structure that is often where the most alive things live.
Yes.
There you go. So that's what it is.
The first thing I thought of was Michael Jackson. And then Eno was like,
why?
Michael Jackson was bad.
He said
He'd been trying to tell us.
I told you.
Hey, Deanna said something really beautiful. She said, language is the poison we have to turn into medicine.
Yeah, that's very sound.
Beautifully said.
Yeah, I love it.
Tom said he wouldn't change anything about 2020. It took all that I went through to forge me into who I have grown into. Not more or not less. It took exactly what it needed. Yeah. Old English. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Listen, we're out here.
What?
We out here. So, as I thought, usually you do these words and I kind of have an idea as to what I think you're going to say. And then
Yeah.
as you say them, I'm like, it all comes down to them being reprocessed, and it's like a miseducation. So we've been miseducated as to what the word is. So you're taught the word, but you're taught a skewed meaning of what it actually is. And then it led me to think about all of the dictionaries that we've ever had and why are there so many, and how that you can make a dictionary if you wanted to, and you can reframe the meaning of something if you really wanted to.
That's why you've got a
So
famous
many.
any recommendation when it comes to dictionary, it's going to be Cambridge, and for the French it's going to be Larousse or Cambridge. So they've specifically um, kept these books, because they're books, in the hands of a few for a reason, and that's the same way they handle the Bible and the rest.
So
So
when you do your spells, when you command when you command what you want to command, you don't command them from the same space or the same awareness or consciousness.
that's it. That's why you would, if you, okay, and this is what let you know what we are, because we are alchemists, right? We are, for some of us, we, you know, wizards. What do you say? Witch, I guess, without the negative connotation that we put on that. Um, we are meant to be all of these things. We are meant to be able to practice alchemy and all of that stuff. So, and if we do, life will look completely differently.
If
From
it's more if we
being
do it
able,
consciously,
well, we don't
because
think,
we do it anyway.
but okay, but only
Oh yeah.
beside us, a few of the that are in the community, we don't think this even exists. A lot of people don't think that exists. That's why you've got some people now coming through and saying, "Hey, I can close my eyes and I can see. Hey, I can leave my body. Hey, I can do a telekinesis and all of this stuff or real stuff is available to us outside the ancient civilization used to live life. Period. So you can be in full control of your environment and your reality. But we've been so far from love in the first place and understand ourselves. So what would you do to a wizard if you wanted him to to not being able to be in his full power? You will stir him away so far from even understanding or believing this power even exists in the first place. And how you do that, you change the meaning of the word, the way you speak, the way you cast your spells. Because when you use languages, this is what you do on a daily basis.
Yep.
That's the best way you could do that if that was the goal. And I think it was the goal, because guess what? It's an experience of duality. So you're gonna have dark, you're gonna have light, whatever. And even dark and light is not the opposite in the way we think it is. It's a lot more layered than that. It's not so obvious. Oh, day and night. No, it's so much more layered than that.
Melanie has said that she would do 2020 over again. If she was, she would not have stressed out and would have known that everything would work out, and enjoyed her time off and stopped watching the news.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Well, that's why they try. You observe how they trying to keep you in the same loop for other things now. So what it is to come out of that loop, because you will do the same thing. You turn back and you'll be like, "Oh wow, what was I worrying about this?"
Yeah.
And so on and so on, and like it never stop. And that's why it keeps you in the same habit, the same doing, the same thought pattern that we got to get out of that by understanding what's taking place.
Yeah. And Deanna's talking about alchemy as well. Alchemy is a big part of everything that I do with emotions, energy, frequency, words, etc. Literally everything. That's how you get into alignment, literally.
Yeah.
And we're doing it anyway. And that's the thing. Like Deanna's, like I said, a lot of the community that's here already, or that were here early days, whatever it is, that, because we're still a very small channel. Like this is still a very small community. a lot of you are already tapped in. It's neither here nor there as to whether or not you are or are not. You are, you are, and you're already alchemizing everything. You wouldn't have got here this far if you hadn't alchemized everything up to now. But it's like, yo, you want the next step. And I think that harps back to what D Fish was saying about there are new things coming, there are new challenges ahead, and now was the time to just say, no, I'm facing it like this, but facing it consciously and facing it with full awareness of our power, of our abilities, of who we are,
Yeah,
of who we are, and knowing that not everything that we've been taught is aligned with us or applies to us or who we are. And it applies to somebody else's story. And right now we're just too busy writing our own stories.
basically, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, John, you're saying you guys need to reach out to Lucius Aurelius, yeah, to talk about historical evidence of advanced humanoids and civilization. There is so much evidence to show how we regressed, not progressed, yeah, as beings. Yeah, absolutely. I
That
mean,
would be lovely.
yeah.
And who else? Not on my lunch break. My
Mm,
lunch break. My lunch break. And who else as well? Guy Anderson Lee. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
These are all these are all conversations we're looking forward to having.
I mean, it's very obvious. Going when I used to go to school, choose. I didn't even choose, but I found myself studying anything about the building industry, as being site management stuff like that. So I did a couple of years of that. But one thing's didn't like it though. But one thing's to that. Although I'm grateful because if I wanted to use it, I can use it for myself, my own personal uh, benefit. But that's not the point. The point is when I realized what we're learning then in terms of structures and how you build stuff and because I always had a bit of an engineering mind and as I conceptualize things, started realizing how far behind we are, and there was no real explanation as far as why. And when we use concrete, how you make different type of concrete as it's made, and even how we use electricity and all of this stuff, and even without even unearthing anything, I'm just saying, just as looking at the technology we are using right now, I can tell you that we are far behind to what we can do.
Yeah. And the idea that what also stood out to me when I was in construction, which is funny that we took the same we were never in the
Roots,
same
yeah.
country, but we took the same things. Anyhow, we did the same studies, is how far ahead other countries would be and what advancements they were making. And it was always put down to, oh, but they've got better scientists. And I thought, yeah, but we've all got telephones. Why aren't we just on the ringer like, boom, this is available? And I
Well,
was like, there's something else here at play, because tell me why it's circa 1999 and like 4K was already out in Japan. Like, what are we doing here? Why are
yeah,
we playing this game?
and even there was one thing that stood out for me because I studied topography in the midst of all of this, and one thing that we used to do is design, make the map of streets and stuff like that. So outdoors map. I did both indoor for buildings and outdoor. And one thing
You
that
know, I didn't like that. That class is like,
I was actually I wanted to draw at the time, and that's what they sent me. They say, "Yeah, this is a bit. Why don't you do that?" I was like, "Okay, fine. Let me see what it is." And then I realized one thing. I realized how you actually create a street map. So they've got these in the streets. You might see them when you walk the street. They've got these metal little, they're like little plates, like tiny, maybe that size, and they're in the ground. And this is what they call reference point. And bear in mind, I was in France, so it was all French. So I don't know the equivalent terms in English of
you're
that.
literally nailing it. Go.
And basically, these reference points are supposed to basically level with the sea level. So then, when you draw your plans, it has a reference to what altitude this plan's going to be at and whatnot. It's supposed to have a coherence, right? But when you see what you used to actually draw a plan of a street, you really wonder, how did you draw the plan of all this continent and this country with precisions at the time you say you did, when you didn't have satellite? I kid you not, it is not possible to do.
No, you
Even
only
with
have
the
to
two-
be in the freezing cold with that flipping thing for half an hour and say, hang on, there's no way you did all of this.
Because the present maps,
Just no way.
right, because the present map they have, and I'm talking before the ancient map they had, these new so-called map, they older than even the satellite and even their plane. And even with a plane, if you want to be able to draw something as a plan, you need to have accurate geometry and mathematic process. You can't just say, yeah, that looks like this, I'm going to draw it. It's not going to be accurate.
Because
so the size even of these things can't be determined the way they say they did. However, they say, well, since we have satellite, okay, but then you had this map before these satellites, and they look the same. And so it's whether you were giving the information.
Did you have did you have an A to Z?
Yes.
Okay, good. So they called it the same thing, A to Z?
Yes.
Oh.
So
and I bet the same people were the same author with the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Anyhow, with the same technology access. Anyhow, they are more precise than the GPS that came through. How many times at the beginning when they first gave you the GPS did you just still whip out the A to Z, go through it, flick through, and find your way to whatever road you had to quicker than the GPS would?
Yeah.
I was a dab hand with the A to Z.
That's the point. So basically the accuracy of this map is whether you've been given these technology before to be able to draw this map. But when these maps were first born, so to speak, doesn't align with the technology you said you used to actually draw them accurately. Make it make sense.
Okay. Now that rant is adequately over.
It's fun.
Thanks, though. John. This is why we love talking to John, because he's like, here.
Listen, John, stop doing this to us. No, we are here. Just, you know.
So we don't know. It's that, yep, I've always been tapped in, and now I'm starting to realize it. Growth is beginning to feel automatic. Don't insist, don't resist. Yeah. It just is, right? It just is.
By the way, guys, do press like. We could do with some more likes.
Yeah. And Creo is saying, I'm recognizing my autopilot moments. Absolutely. Absolutely. And thank you for being a part of this conversation. You guys are the conversation.
Guys. Really appreciate
it. We look forward to these Sundays, to be fair. We really do. We really, really do. We have another talk coming up at the end of the month. Corey and Blessed are going to be there. If we can get a surprise guest as well, we will. But we're going to run it over 2 days instead of 1 day. And that's just so that whoever can't make the Saturday can make the Sunday. And it's just for a price of a coffee. That's what it's going to be. Buy us a coffee, get into the chat, see what you can do. And that's going to be that.
Yeah, it's about us chopping it up.
It's just about chopping it up, and we can just be face to face. It's better if you're on a laptop or a desktop so that you can actually do the video phoning. If not, it's just going to be like chat with what we're using. But if not, just come through. We'll have all the dates up in the community chat and in our newsletter and all of that good stuff. So moving on, I'm going to do some stuff from the pillars, and then I'm moving on to a reading. I'm going to save this little treat here, this little Snoopy card here. Listen.
Dangerous cards.
I've been cooking. That's all I'm about to say. I've been cooking. Okay.
Go on, Shem.
All right.
Go on, darling.
All right, cool.
Let's do your thing.
Yeah. Last week, and it's last weekend of the month. 27th and 28th of June. I think that's 27th, 28th. But everything's going to be up about it. Okie dokie. So this is, for this part of the pillars, it's going to be from the Pillars of the Governed Mind. If you don't know already, that is the book that I have out right now, my book that I have out right now, currently in digital form, currently doing the audio form. If you are more of an audio listener, just go over to I Am Shamel and I do weekly readings of that. And obviously I come here and I share it with you guys as well. So yeah. This
Cool,
part
D-Fish. Thank you.
Thank you.
Much love to you.
So this is releasing without losing. And it's funny because that's what I'm saying. We're clearly all from the same soul tribe, because we're sometimes you'll come through and you talk about things. I'm like, wow, that's what we're talking about today. Okay. So no surprise there. Releasing without losing. To release an identity is not to lose yourself. It is to loosen your grip on what was never fixed to begin with. You are not the label or expectation that accompanies a role. You are the awareness that once agreed to embody them. The energy that directed its attention towards them. And the same awareness that can now choose again. And this is where we go for the I am good, or I'm a good mom, or I'm a good wife, or I'm a good daughter, or whatever label that you are attaching to things. And or I'm a bad one, or whatever that may be, or I am a, and then you put your occupation behind it, your current occupation. And then when that current occupation like isn't there anymore, you feel like you've lost your identity, even down to your color, your country, and any other thing that you attach to what your identity is. And you are the consciousness who's pointing to that. Just as when you go to sleep and you have a dream, but you are fully immersed and you're having a dream that you are in another instance, you are in another avatar. Are you that avatar, or are you just taking it that that's where your consciousness is pointing to at that moment, in that instance? This awareness is the same. You may call it the same name of your avatar here, but that I am, that consciousness carries wherever you go. And that's the I am that we're talking about, that people think that they can't find or they're looking for, when you already, it's sitting here right now and it's pointed at you being you right now in this moment, rather than this here is you. You are the consciousness within it, behind it, pointing at this identity right now. So you don't lose anything. And when that was shown to me, it was so prevalent because I always felt like I was going through identity crisis after identity crisis, for a number of reasons. And if you know, you know, colorism is a real thing out here, especially for in the Caribbean. It's a huge thing, and labeling goes with that. So you not feeling like you fit sometimes in places is a huge part of that. But a huge part of even wanting to be the person who fits is you attaching to that. And I had attached myself to so many different versions of what I felt that other people would accept of me or not accept of me. But when I thought about the same person who would pop out my body when I was little, and or go on a dream or heal somebody or have to be on these missions, it was still me. It was still me, and I didn't have the words to articulate it. So when I was shown this and they were like, yeah, that's what this is and that's what this has always been, it was a way that I was able to put words to what I'd always known to be true. And I'd also like to do a public thanks to Dawn. I don't know if she's even listening, but she was at one of our talks, our gatherings. And she was the one that was like, no, we need to get this up on paper. I was like, you know what we do. So thank you, Dawn.
Well, you were going to take your sweet time, isn't it?
I was going to take my sweet time, but once I realized, oh no,
Yeah.
people could probably do with this, I
So
was like,
just
okay.
just two things before you go ahead. I just want to read something real quick that's related to that. So obviously, Diana, you say
Hey to who are
I've been listening to the audio, and oh my god, it's been such an amazing tool, and just really opens the mind and the downloads and realizations I have listening. Just incredible gratitude. So thank you, Diana.
Thank you, Diana.
So to who are you saying that? So it becomes simply I am without any expectations of having to be something. Yeah.
Yeah, Heiko
Heiko
said
say the
the
observer.
observer.
100%. That's basically what it is.
Yeah.
We don't know. You're saying this helped so much with all this change I'm going through lately. My labels and roles are changing. I remain untouched and pristine.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And Tom say, I say if you keep it honest, and when you know better, you do better. Well, that's good enough for me, and how I do it. I don't care if you make mistakes. Gotta learn to be better somehow, like learning to walk. Yes. Yeah. The I am path I did is all about this. That's what Diana's saying. It was life changing. And
Wonderful.
just the last one, so before you carry on, is John saying, are you guys ever going to be doing a retreat? In all seriousness, I would for sure put my money where my mouth is to participate. You know what, John? You'll be very supportive. And when the time comes, you'll be one of the first one to know for sure. Now, are we? It's all logistics, to be fair. So
Yeah.
to be able to put that together.
Yeah.
But when when the time comes, then if we're in a position to do so, for sure,
we're going to definitely
Yeah.
do one, because it's something we want to do, but at the same time we're also aware that people have lives, and we have kids, and I've done the thing where we did tours. We both did tours. Omondi does not like tours. He does not like touring. I get it. Not that I love touring any.
You haven't give context though. It's like when in the music industry, right?
Yeah, in the music industry, we were touring. Okay. And we used to tour together, and it meant a lot of time away from home. And then we realized we love home. And it was like when 2020 hit and we had to be with the kids and a lot of people complaining, we loved it. We really enjoy it. Like it's the opposite for us. We haven't lived that way. So if ever we were to do a retreat, that's going to be factored in. Like you want to bring your pet, you want to bring your kids, you want to bring whatever, like them, but then bring them. So whatever it is going to be extremely in keeping with who we are and how we run our lives. And I wouldn't try to make it like any other retreat. We'd definitely make it like fit to purpose. It's like now, guys, by the way, we're not on Instagram. If you've seen us disappear, we're not on Instagram. We're not on TikTok. Why? Because we just don't, it just didn't gel for us.
We just deleted it.
So we just deleted it.
Yeah, we'll just.
And we're putting our energy towards something else. It doesn't work, we move on. Boom. Like, it's like that. It really is like that here.
So something very interesting, John. You say Life Path 8 is not about money at all. It's about karmic looping and the cycle of forgetfulness. So what number could you guess my life path was? I'll be able to find out soon. There's something coming up about that, but you'll know soon enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, as soon as we do one, it's going to be on and popping, and obviously, the Soul Tribe's going to hear about it. Period. Like it's gonna be on.
Diana say, I'm a life path 8 too, John.
So you aren't you?
Yeah, I am as well.
So I'm gonna continue reading, and I'm gonna get on, because I'm telling you, these Snoopy cards are juicy. So yeah.
Okay, hold on. Just one. I'm so sorry. I know you. No.
Go. I love it.
MJ says, so we come to you instead of you going to the world. It's a gathering. Yeah. We don't mind traveling, actually. So the chances that it's not going to be here in the UK if we ever do anyway.
You know why? Because the weather's not weathering, and
Yeah.
we want an excuse for the sun to touch the skin. Okay, I'm going to keep it 100s. Okay, That's what
You're
it
like, I'm not
is.
doing this.
We will not be doing
Nah.
Stonehenge in a blistering cold.
Listen, you gotta understand with Shem, if there is no mango, she ain't going.
Okay. It's just that's just the way it is, because that's what is gonna make happy Shem. And cold and blistering wind Shem ain't the same Shem. You see me out here in winter. You saw me last November. Oh,
Listen, try our best, isn't it?
gratitude,
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 gratitude.
gratitude.
Oh my. Go on, bypass yourself here, Lilo. It doesn't
It's like
exist.
I am detaching from the person who tapped into that cold weather. I'm fully in my sunshine mango mode. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna read on. So
Oh,
this is
Cali,
still
yeah. California's got great weather there. Absolutely.
okay. So releasing without losing. So I'm gonna continue. Okay, this is not about blame towards the systems or the people who shaped you, including yourself. Every agreement made was made within the understanding available at the time. Forgiveness is not just a spiritual idea here, it's a practical one. The word forgive comes from the Old English vergeven, to give completely, to release. At its root, it's not about excusing what has happened, but about letting go of what is being held. It is a releasing of attachment, a dissolving of energetic ties, and a willingness to no longer hold something in place within you. To forgive is to release the energetic hold of contracts that no longer serve you.
Oh,
Massive one.
yeah.
Massive one, because what I've realized is in not forgiving what that can turn up as. And for some of us, it's been family loops. When we say we come here to break karmic loops, a lot of this is going to be down to forgiveness. Now, I've had this show up in my own field where generationally we are still paying for somebody else's lack of forgiveness or collective lack of forgiveness for a situation that has happened, and or an old identity that someone lived through, and it was a real true lived and experienced label. It was a true experience that was totally lived, but as it shaped how everybody after that has had to live, or has been allowed to grow, or has been told that they have where their boundaries lay. It has been the definer of everybody's container, and it cannot be. One person's experience cannot define everyone after them or container. It cannot be the container through that, guys. It won't hold. Just we're too big for that. Our souls, the I am, is too big for just one container, especially one person's container that they held long ago and made ages ago. New containers, new people, new things, new experiences. You move through here. You move through this experience. That's what was shown to me. It's movement, it's ease, it's flow. That's why there are cycles, so we can just flow through them. We can flick through them like a photo book, not just stay in them and jump into them and dwell into them and stay stuck and feel like we can't exit at any point. We are consciousness, and doing it without the awareness that we are, we then experience stagnation and stuckness and these looping feelings and all of this. And when this was shown to me as far as what forgiveness is, it was never posed to me like that before. It was always posed as something that you give someone else, like a present. And I remember saying to somebody before, it's okay, I forgive it. And they saying to me, I don't need your forgiveness. And I thought to myself, I didn't give it to you. I gave it to me. I can't give you anything. This is on me. Like, I can't give you nothing here. There's nothing for me to give you. That's a you thing. And when that was posed back to me, when that was shown to me in full sovereignty, it just hit different. It's not a gift that you give someone else. It's a break that you give yourself. And it's you being in true observer mode.
Well, Juliana's saying that is it a form of acceptance? I mean, she's asking, is it a form of acceptance? Acceptance. And Jay, you saying
it's a form of relinquishing. It's a form of saying, okay, like,
Jay is saying forgiveness. What is forgiveness precisely?
okay, I'm going to tell you what they told me about forgiveness. I'm going to read it again. It is a releasing of attachment, a dissolving of energetic ties, and a willingness to no longer hold something in place within you. Yeah, because if you don't let it go, it's still going to stay within you.
Yeah, to live rent free in your head.
Yeah. That's you holding to something, attaching yourself to something. This is why people do cord cutting and they still don't want to do the forgiveness bit. Well, you're literally holding.
Well,
And because of religion getting a hold of the word and shaking it down to the core and giving you this energy of somehow it being a gift that you give other people, or you are turning the other cheek in some way, we have taken it and vilified it and been like, no, it sounds like too much of a gift to give someone else, when this is freedom you give yourself. You're freeing yourself of the situation here. So to forgive is to release the energetic hold of contracts that no longer serve you.
Do you think that
the shoe don't fit? You're not Cinderella. Done.
Do you think that people see it maybe too much on a emotional aspect as opposed to an energetic aspect? Because your emotions can be controlled by you if you want. You can decide if you want to control them and how you react to things, but also by the programming, which then that's probably why they see it as, well, I'm not going to give that to them, as opposed to energetically, it's like trying to keep a ball on the water. You're going to have to get wet. So if you don't want to get wet, guess what you do? You release that ball, you stop holding it, and you get the F out of the water.
But someone's got to sit there and hold it down, right?
Yeah.
And if that person's you and you don't want to get wet anymore, you just give yourself a break and you let it up and you keep it pushing.
That's it.
But then there's always the idea that someone's gotten away with something. If you forgive them, they didn't get away with anything. You've gotten away from them by cutting the energetic tie. Look at it as a form of cutting cords. Cord cutting. We all say we're healing, we're cord cutting, we're forgiving. It's all going to come down to letting it go. Stop holding on to it. Stop attaching yourself to it. Because as you attach yourself to it, you have to replay that story. And then you have to refocus. And this constant refocusing is you putting your energy towards it. And we all know how powerful your energy is when you focus it. And then you refocus it again. And then what? You feed the very thing that didn't serve you. You're feeding the thing that doesn't serve you. You're feeding the monster.
I think it's a contract as well. You're signing when you have resentment. You agree to hold that resentment for somebody. So you're literally are signing a soul contract, a karmic, saying a karmic loop.
Yeah. Basically.
John saying controlling our thought and emotions ourselves is powerful. Go ahead and be the energy with that guide, which within that guides you, that guides both. Remember.
Yeah. And this is part of energy exchange.
Yeah,
this is part of energy exchange. And also, this is also part of sacred energy exchange as well. And while that has been sexualized over the years, where you store a lot of this holding on is in your sacral, is in your root. That's why sometimes it pulls on your guts. Or you pull it pulls at your heart. How many people have had heartache? It pulls right there, you feel it. It
Yes.
becomes visceral, and then you agree, you sign up again to store it in your energy body, in your field, in your biofield, in your aura. It's a science. That's what they were even showing me. Like, forget this whole thing about it being a spirituality thing. It's like saying something is like, because I'm black, it's blackicality, or because you are because you are human is a human in entity. We can go on with these labels, it doesn't matter.
My blackality.
Yeah.
My blackality.
If you
My
are spirit, then it's not spirituality, it's just regular life for us. It's a Tuesday, people. Even on a scientific level, you're holding it in your energy field. Your biofield is holding on to this energy that doesn't serve you. With your permission, you are not serving yourself.
you
And
know,
it's going to come down to a question: do you want to serve yourself or not? And if you don't, then you hold to that which doesn't serve you. And if you do, you let it go. It's not it's practical, is what they were showing me. It's just a practical tool.
well, you know what? Let me back it up with something. Then what you just said, and it's very funny. You've said energy exchange, and that is often being distorted, and people think about the sexual aspect of it. And when you say sexual, you talk about secretion and all that stuff. But then think about it. When you stress, what happened? You start sweating. Some people even salivate or get their mouth getting dry, or you get when you're in a distress situation because you're still dealing with family members or friends that you resent, and you're around them stressed, and you think they owe you an apology. Your body physically react, it freeze, and stuff like that start happening, because that's just the way it is. Actually, that's how things are in this round one, how our body reacts. So it's funny you actually compared it to that.
It's unsubscribing. It's handing back the contract.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's that. If you look at it energetically, it's you signing, saying, this is over, and then giving it back. Whatever it takes for you to be able to view it differently than what you're doing, so that it can serve you moving forward, get that done. Because it's literally you're agreeing for it to be held in your field until then. And if it keeps on popping up, it's because you're keeping it there. It's not because Pierre Pojak is keeping it there. It's you. You're agreeing to it. And
Julian,
I'm trying to get through this without having to talk about shit that YouTube doesn't want me to chat about.
okay, Julian,
Because it's about this getting out to as many people as possible. But if you know, yeah? No one's saying anyone's off the hook. You take yourself off the hook. You take yourself out of it. And then once you become the observer, then you deal with it. But deal with it without the contracts in hand. You'll have your hands freer to deal with it properly. But before that, your hands are busy holding on to this thing that doesn't serve you. And you serve you first. It's part of serving yourself first. Serving yourself first. If it's at one time to be so-called selfish, forgive. Forgive for yourself, because the forgiveness is nothing to do with what we've been taught it has been. And that's a good villain arc. I'm telling you, bravo, villains. Bravo.
Julian has said that actually makes a lot of sense.
Just bravo with that. Because they spun us for a next thing on that.
Tiana
Because a lot of
said-
us are like, how many times have we heard someone say, I will never forgive you for that? You're literally signing a contract to say that you will always be tied to me.
Yeah.
Or tied to the thing that hurt you. Why would you do that?
Let me read a few. Yeah. Diana saying, I had a lot of buildup in my sacral and throat. Yeah. Talk and listen to your body helps your energy. To who are you saying? Forgiving, cutting that tie that no longer serves you, yet unconditionally loving that person. That's the kicker. Yeah, Jay is saying, I am hardly attached to this reality, let alone low vibrational souls. So forgiveness is similar to a game. Play or don't, release it or don't. I always been this way.
Yeah, you have to just, it's a flow.
And then Tom, to just to the last one, sacred energy exchange. It is a constant. Energy is not stagnant. It's energy. It moves, it shifts, it grows, it shrinks. All things energy, not stagnation. Stagnation is near energy's opposite.
Exactly. So you, by not forgiving, is not allowing it to flow, and
Yeah.
that's why it stays stuck in you, because you're insisting that this thing that wants to flow has to be held when it wants to be free to flow. It wants to be transmuted, but you keep on transmuting it back into its old box. It's saying, do you want to transmute as it comes up in your field? Do you want to transmute this? You're like, nah. You want to transmute it? Nah. I want to say the same. Do you want more of this? Yes. You re-sign in the contract every single time. And it's like, but then you want the words to change. Stop signing the contract
Yeah,
if
that's
you want the terms to change.
mm.
And we're not taught that. And then Tahua just said, yeah, forgiving, cutting the cords. You made a point. Yeah, unconditionally loving that person, that's the kicker. Yeah, that's a separate. You notice they never came to me with that unconditionality yet. They were like, those are two separate things. Those are two separate things. We're taught they're the same, but they're two separate things. And one step has to be done first. You can't say, oh no, I love you conditionally, unconditionally, but you're still holding this thing. You can't hold the thing still that doesn't serve you.
Do you know what? I know what you're
And
saying that.
you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
they're two different
Okay.
they're two different actions.
I can tell you why you, and I 100% understand what you just said that. And you know what? Because if you think about it, when you have a problem with someone that is your family, let's say, or your friend or close friends, and you're supposed to forgive them, and then you're like, do you know what? I've got to forgive you, but I've got to like you as well, yeah, because unconditional love and whatnot. And if you heard a someone else going through that, and then you were to give them advice, you would say, well, yeah, forgive them. But even if you say to them like they have to basically remain unconditional or unconditional about it and love them, even though these are two individuals, but just because they're doing the same thing, just because you're not attached to that particular individual and you're able to give an advice to that person, it becomes all of a sudden easier for you to say and understand the concept and maintain and hold that energy. But when you're in it, it is not. So that is why dealing it separately helps to first understand the first process. Because after that, there's another process which is not making things about you. Just because you're dealing with the same thing somebody else says is dealing with, but because it's not you and you're able to detach yourself, that's another kind of work you have to just master.
And that's why when it was shown to me, they didn't ask me to do the two at the same time. They were like, no, this forgiveness thing,
I see
practical
why.
tool, do that first.
Yeah.
Then we can get onto this unconditionality
Yeah,
thing.
understand
But
that.
none
Yeah.
of this can be done without you speaking to the I am or through the I am, because you can't be unconditional unless you have even decided to even see yourself in that.
You know, it's so true what you're saying, because I've seen many people being able to give you great advice, but when they're in the situation, they couldn't even do it themselves. So it is definitely another process to go through that is separate to what you're saying. Yeah.
Anyhow, let me finish doing this and I'm going to get on with the reading, because the reading will be juicy. Did you see them cuss? Anyhow, so the following bit now is the return to inner authority. What we call becoming is often a return, a remembering, a soft but undeniable recognition that beneath every identity we have worn, there has always been a deeper presence, steady, clear, unaffected, heart-centered, peaceful, already whole. And that is what some call God consciousness, not as a doctrine or a belief, but as an innate state of being, a way of moving that is guided by the quiet certainty of inner knowing. The question becomes no longer, who am I supposed to be, but rather, what is true for me now? So yeah. Okay, guys.
Yeah, this book is speaking volume. It's like, if you want to understand what this realm one experience is about and how you meander through your life and change that reality for yourself, yeah, this is a good way to understand it.
Yep. So that's the pillars of the governed mind. You could just go on either, pick your copy up on either Ko-Fi or the O's888.com. And whether you are into reading, there's the digital version. And if you're into listening, then you can go on I Am Shamel, and I read excerpts from it weekly. So
yeah,
I love sharing that with you guys. Even as I read through it, like as I was writing it and reading through it and like pulling from all of my notes, I was like, that's why it took so long to even get it down, because it was a lot for me to take in the first place. A lot of it I didn't even want to go through myself. But that's why the guys like came to me and was like, yo, homegirl, remember. Stacey, I got my copy and it's amazing, Shem. Thank you, Stacey. Thank you to everyone who's picked up a copy or is just out and about, just listening to me or just going on my channel. You know, everybody who's playing their part, like, just take what you need from it. If it helps, great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we're just out here trying to do our best. Aren't we all?
Do you know what? I was seeing the like not going up, and then I was starting wondering, maybe I need to cover the etymology of the word like. And all of a sudden it just went up. So thank you for the one who just did that.
1414. I love this.
You read my mind. I was like, I gotta come with a new word right now. The etymology of light.
All right, I'm gonna start the readings. And if you lot have your own divination tools, like whether you got some cards and you just want some clarity over something, now would be the time to pull your cards out, and you can just see if anything that I draw from is confirmation for you as well. This is not something that is a solo event. Like, you know, I read for readers. We do what we need to, but your discernment is of the utmost here. All right. Okay. Where are we feeling into today?
What's it gonna be today, Shem?
I was just seeing what I'm downloading. Okay. I don't know why school's coming up, but it is what it is.
What, school?
Yeah, I just saw a classroom.
God damn.
I don't know.
I was like, school.
Yeah, and like I'm talking about like a classroom of people, like sitting down in a class. But it's not like being taught something. It's like chopping it up before the teacher comes in. Oh. Okay.
Do you actually believe in the school of life? Yeah. It's hilarious to me. That's all. I'm having a good time though.
Really, you know what? You yeah. You know what? Ooh, pick me. Okay. Okay, that's it.
Wow. This is like spirit is just throwing them out.
Yeah. You too, Tom. I feel like we're all listen, we're clearly a soul trap here. let's just be clear. All right. I got focus in the reverse and I got acceptance. And that's 222. So if people have been getting 222, if that's relevant for somebody. And I got the acceptance card and I got the focus in reverse. So I'm going to read into those two energies. Here they are. Beautiful cards, I know. So we got the focus in reverse and we got the acceptance. All right. Okay. No, it's this one.
Jen asking you, is there's an eagle on the school like a mascot?
Is it silver? Because if it is, then yeah. All right. That's what is coming through. All right, John. And this fell on acceptance. Is this what he, okay? And what is it that he's not focusing on?
John, why are you doing this to yourself? These cards don't joke, John.
What you're not focusing on right here is that you have mastered your craft. That's what I'm being told. So you have mastered your craft, but you're not focused on it. But what you haven't accepted. Focusing on what you've accepted already. Okay, that's what they're trying to just say to you. All right. When we're going through changes, there's going to be, sometimes it happens in stages, not because it can't happen all at once, only because of this forgiveness thing, this lack of acceptance that there's things we want to accept, there's things we don't want to accept. But the thing that you don't seem to be focused on right now is what you've already accepted. And it seems like you're over focusing on that which you haven't. Like, this message coming through for you is that kind of need to give yourself a break in this area. You've achieved more than what it is that you're giving yourself credit for. And instead of focusing on the things that you have achieved, it's like you're over focusing on the things you haven't. And that's really not important right now, because what's going to get you out of this is focusing on that which you have already accepted. Because the rest will fall away and be placed where it has to be placed. And I'm getting dependable, wisdom keeper, always there in your time of need, but knows if not, you can still succeed. So it's like this king giver. All right. It's like trusting that even if you are, and you know what, if you've noticed, big or small, these are two kings talking to one another. But it's like you've accepted the fact that even if this so-called bigger person to you, or who you see as bigger than you or more advanced than you or more wiser than you, isn't there, you've accepted the fact that with or without them, you can succeed in something. And they've accepted that too, whether or not that's been conveyed to you or shared to you. And you've accepted that whether or not they see that in you, it's okay, because you inevitably have it. You inevitably have mastered whatever it is that you feel like you have to, enough for you to fly by yourself. So whether or not they're there is neither here nor there. It would help if they are sometimes, but if they're not, you got this type of thing. But for somehow, it's like you needed for them to see it. Now you're not at the stage where you need them to see it. You see that in yourself.
So MJ is saying, yes, this resonates. Thank you, Stacey.
Thank you, Stacey. Dive into your goodie bag. We're getting indulge and a night in. So that's what we're getting. Indulge and a night in. Okay. I'm going to give you a backstory about these Snoopy cards. So for those who know, like, I do readings. And what I've been looking for is developing my own tools, my own tarot, or my own cards. But when I get all of my messages as of late, they've been coming in like deck of cards. So I realized that my card reading doesn't just sit with tarot and oracle, that I can literally look at anything and I will find, I've been shown messages. So it didn't matter whether I was looking at playing cards, I would know exactly what my guides were saying to me, or exactly what my higher self was saying, or exactly what message was there for me. And I was in the shop the other day and I saw a deck of cards and they were Snoopy. And I was like, oh, that's nice. I'm going to write some stuff. And as I just took out my Sharpie, I started writing, and I started just basically writing whatever it is I knew the card was telling me. But before you knew it, I'd done the whole deck and I was like, oh, this deck is fire. So that's the deck I'm using, and it's spot on. And I even though I'm a reader and I do readings for myself and I encourage people to do their own divination, at times you still just want somebody else to read for you, just to give you confirmation or reflect back something to you. And usually who does my readings is Gracie, my daughter. We're actually going to be starting to do readings for the collective together on my channel. She came in, tapped in, like she's another story. But focus, Shem. These cards, that's what I'm using. And this is definitely giving mastery here, John. Like, please don't overfocus on please don't overfocus on that which you haven't done yet, because you've done so much.
So he's saying that I reach out to Ekete all the time for protection and comfort, but am I my own protection and comfort?
Yes.
Maybe that's why she isn't there anymore.
Yeah, it's like, all right, so there was a reader that I used to go to, and the methodology is that you always open up, always ask for protection, and you re-ask for protection. But once I realized that if you are divinely protected, do you really think that the universe has taken a day off and said, you know what, that day I haven't got you covered? But the rest of the time, even though I am everything and energy is everything and you are everything and everything is you, I'm going to take Tuesday night off. That you're on your own. No. So part of us walking in our sovereignty and walking in the knowing that we are everything, that means you already are protected. Once you've declared it, that's why the biggest vampiric energy here is doubt. You undo it. You undo it by saying, it's like, I need healing, says you are broken. What part? You need protection, means that you are unsafe. What part? Why do you have to say it 20 times for it to work? You said it. It's done. So it is. And it's that energy. And it's that energy that, like, this is giving me here. Like, you have it done. Like, don't look back on the things that you think you haven't mastered. It says literally here, you have mastered your craft.
Yeah.
You've mastered your craft.
Stacy saying to John, you're a god, be in your full authority. And then
say it with your chest, 10 toes.
Yeah, Diana saying that's absolutely beautiful, Shem.
All right.
Fun. Yeah, I knew these Snoopy cards were fire. That's MJ saying that as well.
Yeah,
they are fire.
Snoopy's out here. And it took me some time to kind of go through and read and write them. And I was sitting with them for a while and I was like, wow. And then Gracie would come through and she was like, nope, that's what that one means. And I'd be like, oh, it does, doesn't it? Look at that. It was so much fun. So I'm going to get them published somehow. I'm going to change Snoopy out because, you know, your girl don't own Snoopy. Well, we're gonna shemify it and move on.
So Tom saying I mentioned to a friend that I know a lady who reads cards and she's so good she don't really need the cards. I said it. I would mention that to her. I said it and must deliver. Shame, you're that lady.
Thank you.
Creo. Fire. Right to right. One of the most important reasons I realized to cut ties with people, habits, and things that no longer resonates with you is to protect your peace and make room for growth.
Yes, protect your peace and make room for growth. That's the only
100%.
That's the only thing you ever are protecting.
Yeah.
When you call in this thing, when you're scared, when you're fearful, that's the only thing you're actually trying to protect is your peace. Your peace of mind, your flame. That's it. That is really all it is.
And Tom says something very relevant. It said that you have to let evil in for it to get in. That is in reference to be dishonest content in self-doubt. I am sure of it. I let it in and had to drive it out.
It's Sinners all over again. If you've seen the movie, if you know, you know. If you didn't let them in the club, they won't be in the club.
So
Okay.
Diana says,
Right to
Diana,
right,
okay.
Tom.
Diana says like,
Yeah.
I will not 100% buy them. So yeah,
All right.
these cards are. I find it very much more exciting. Sometimes it's just the way it is.
All right. So next week on my channel, I will be publishing the readings that I got, that me and Gracie have done, and we'll be sharing the reflection room together as and when she's free, because she busy. She's doing her own thing as well. But
a lot of these things gonna come through the newsletter anyway. So if you're not yet subscribed to the newsletter, it's free anyway. You go on the website, just provide your email address, and we can just keep you updated on what's to come anyway.
And we're not going to bother you every week. It's monthly. Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay.
Yeah. Won't get released today, actually. Later on today. So
yeah. Okay. So I'm going to move on. Unless one more person wants a personal reading, I'll pick 3 cards, but I'll move on to the collective reading right now. I have 2 cards picked here. I'm going to put them to the side. That's definitely for the collective right there.
So John's talking to you, though. So just before you move on, I really have to be attempting to undo this lack of confidence, Shem. It's like a karmic looping, was never about anyone else but me, honestly, has come up in my readings lately a lot.
Yeah. You have mastered. John, you've mastered it.
You got this.
Yeah.
Remember.
Absolutely. Nothing else to say. And it's funny because when I do readings on people and I speak about anything that may be happening in their life that may be of turmoil, they're very accepting of that. But when I speak about their greatness, or if I speak about things making a turn for the good, I hear the resistance, and it's like I have so much compassion because I know what it feels like to be in the midst of that space of feeling like you can't see further than your nose. Sometimes you're just like, I'm putting my hand up in the dark and I can't see my hands. And I get that. But in terms of equality, in terms of balance, just natural law, we have to start accepting the good as well.
Yeah. Just I see
the good. We have to start accepting the abundance, the greatness, the prosperity, the amazingness, the awesomeness, the awe, the divineness, the bliss of life as well. You can't just be like, oh, this bad stuff, definitely that. Not that though. Yeah, it's just, I know. That's how when life be whooping your ass, it hurts, but
truth be told, I mean, if you can accept, that's all point of the forgiveness what we're talking earlier. If you can accept the bad for what it is, then surely the good shouldn't be so hard to accept. Think about it. Anyway, I see. So you've got a few demands here. I'm just gonna mention it now. So Shem do have also a private email reading on the website. It's more affordable than a one-on-one, but it is still personalized. So if you guys wanted to also have a reading and Shem can't read more right now, I guess you're gonna pick 1 or 2 person, or what are you gonna do now?
Yeah,
you can still try that as well on our website.
Okay.
So Juliana say, may I have 1 please, and then you go Diana say me if you have time.
All right, look, I'll do Juliana, and then I'll do Diana, and then I'm going to move on and do the community one. All right.
Yeah, John. Yeah, it's like
that's for this one.
Like flinching. Yeah, in the face of being shown your greatness. Yeah, absolutely, John.
Thank you. This is for Juliana.
Someone say they love you, and it's almost like it hurts. John saying, yeah.
Yeah, that word. Thank you.
So I guess you'll be able to give a brief reading.
Yep.
Yeah. But if you want more details, then you'll have to go on the website.
Thank you. All right. Indecision. There's some okay. I'm gonna say it out is.
Carl, you
indecision about moving forward. Feeling like there's only no, you're not making a decision about moving forward. This is for Juliana's reading, okay? You're not making a decision about moving forward. There's something you're supposed to move forward and you're like, nah, I'm good. And it will bring harmony. It will settle some disturbances and disruptions going forward, but it's as if you can't stop looking back. And your inability to move forward with it is because you want to justify why you need to still keep on looking back at this. And once you move forward, there'll be no more looking back. And it's been comfortable to look back. And you feel like if you make this decision, it's going to come with you not being able to look back anymore. And what I would say is give yourself a break with that. Because just because you've moved on, it doesn't mean you can't look back. But it's when you're going to choose to look back. You can only choose to look back once you're in an observer position. Once it doesn't mean the same thing to you to look back. And that's why you don't want to make the choice about moving forward, because looking back is going to be done in a way that may not serve you. I'm seeing Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And you have mastered your craft. Okay? Again, you have mastered your craft is coming out. But this Queen of Pentacles in reverse is giving like, gosh, not wanting to step forward or step up to plate on something that you are well within your, it's like being great at something, but not wanting to step up and do it because what it means to do it. It's like, and I'm feeling like it hurts too much in case it fails, or in case you look silly, or in case you look silly doing it, or it's not accepted. But this is somehow your bag. And it's like you got it twisted. And I get it. But whatever this is, you don't have to have this twisted. Like you're like, it's like you're living in the I want to say in the underneath, like in the reversal. And I'm getting like flipping out, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, your life got flipped, turned upside down. It's that. But this is, yeah.
I know what you're saying.
That's what it is. Your life got flipped, turned upside down, but it doesn't mean that you're still not that queen. Even if your throne is in reversal, whatever craft this is, you still got it. You don't just relinquish all of the things that you have learned along the ways and the things you've mastered along the way because you're having a moment. Okay. Page of Swords in reverse. Feeling like you can't step forward and speak about things. But then look, like you're not knowledgeable or smart enough or wise enough to be able to speak on something, like you're not seeing clearly enough, like you're not up to being able to cut through the BS on something or see the woods from the trees, or like you're somehow not valid. And this clearly is telling you that's not true. You have mastered the craft, but then this landed on it right here. Joke's on them. What joker is in your life telling you this nonsense?
This just reminds me of some things I've gone through.
Literally.
I've gone through myself, you're the king that is scared to step up, to pick up the power, to step into the power because they think they're going to fall, but then they can't fall because in order to fall, you will have to step up anyway in the first place. So it's like,
if you don't step, you don't fall. Yeah. But if you don't, but this is definitely something of a mental issue. And what
been there.
Yeah, it's definitely something that's been playing on your mind. But it's just that. It's a play. Okay. And I'm seeing jokes on them. So it feels like this is from an outside view, like somebody trying to get into your head about your abilities. Literally says they showed their true face. Someone showed their complete ass, okay? Someone showed their complete ass, but it's not your truth.
Yeah, that's what it is when you're
It's not
intuitive.
your truth, okay?
You pick up
So
stuff.
whatever this is, give yourself that moment, kiss the boo-boo, and move forward. And you know, long time. I love you. All right? You got this. All right.
It happened to a
I'm
lot of
gonna,
people that
yeah.
are intuitive. You're so intuitive, you pick up everything else,
Yeah, like
but your own
it's
vibration.
not, that's not you, that's
Yeah.
whoever said that, it's just not true.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
you,
well,
your Queen of
been there.
Pentacles, your Queen of Pentacles out here. I don't know what.
Can
There's
resonate.
nothing else to say about
I
it.
can relate with that.
All right. That's what it is. That's what it is, Juliana.
It's all right.
All right, Deanna. I got you. I'm only taking this. They said I'll only need this. All right. What are we saying for Deanna? Why am I getting comfort? Comfort and joints? That's not a thing. Of course. Thank you.
Juliana saying to you, so much love, my friend. Incredible.
Okay. Thank you. Oopla. Okay.
Hey, Diana saying you got this. Really, you do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. And we're getting something else. Clarify Page of Cups. Tidings of comfort and joy. You know that okay. Listen, I don't know what it is about other people chiming in on the collective right now, but they have a lot to say. Like other people around you are having a lot to say. All right. Somebody is coming in with an emotional message for you, but they seem to be in a place where they cannot, and this is for Deanna, they seem to be in a place where they cannot, like, where they're a little bit unable to express their feelings. They have lots of feelings, but they're just a little bit, that's not their department. Not for lack of trying, it's just not their bag. Like there's some immaturity around how they share their feelings, and they've kind of let a lot of chances pass them by because of this inability to express how they feel towards you. But I'm getting straight up again. The joke's on them. They showed their true face. So that's that. Moving on, we've got 7 of Wands here, but in the reverse. So this is this energy of not being, having your bubble protected, but like being attacked for something. Being attacked for something. But as you're being attacked, your guides are here like safe in the knowing that you are loved, stable and in love, held and whole whole. They're like, don't worry about this passa that's going on. Like there's someone trying to come for you, but it's like you're good. Like it's this untouchable energy. I don't know who sings that song. Untouchable, untouchable. It's that's what's playing in my head. It's like, yeah, and it's like the more that they came forward, the more that you saw the action for what it was, and you were like, nah, I'm good. Like it was that I'm good. I'm more than good. Like I'm stable in where I am right now, so there will be no harming of anything. This no harm done thing. And it's linked somehow to this person kind of showing their face, even though they showed their face, and even though it was like that, and even though they were a bit immature about it, it's like no harm done. I'm still good. And it wasn't like it didn't need forgiving because you never took it personal. It didn't touch you somehow. And then we're getting a decision being made. New feelings are emerging. So I don't know if this is to do with this person or how you're going to move forward with this, but no, it's to do with this person. Whatever's happened, you've fallen in love, they're the one. Yep, it's clear and net. You made a decision, the decision's been made, you've fallen in love. So I don't know if this was like, I'm not saying a full stop, but sometimes and I'm getting, like a beef that's not a beef, but it could have been a beef, but because you know how immature this person is, or you kind of have an overstanding as to who they are. So look, no harm done. You still see this person, like you've still fallen for this person. There's still a lot of love there. There's still room for what this could be, what the possibilities of this could be here for this person. This is actually quite beautiful. It's like something could have just been a flame spot. You just were like, nah, I'm good. You held. Yeah, I love this for you. Definitely some sort of love interest at 100%. So I love that you're falling in love with whatever this is or whoever this is. I love it. All right. Okay. That was it. That was it. All right. I'm going to move on with the collective one, and then I'm going to...
You're going to do a collective reading?
Yeah, I'm going to do the collective reading, and then I'm going to hop off.
Yeah, you need a minute while you're sorting out the
Yeah,
cards.
I do.
Yeah, so basically, guys, girls, if you really want to be a part of the newsletter, go on the website. We're going to send one later on, so to keep you updated on what's coming up next. And there's a reading there as well for the new moon,
I do a
new moon reading
reading
from Shem that's there. Some etymology, and other stuff coming up, and we'll do that once a month for now.
Thank you.
And we see how it goes.
Nope, that one here. Thank you. I don't know why the idea around inheritance is coming up, but a hidden inheritance that has come to light. Yeah.
Yeah, strong energy.
Really strong energy.
Yeah. It's gonna be
okay. This is
let me get comfortable here. It's about to you. All right. Let's do this.
All right.
Strong energy.
Okay. No.
Thank you, Stacey.
Awakening. All right. So the two oracle cards that I pulled from before is Surrender and Awakening. 5 and 48. And what I'm getting is this is something that is like a life. Okay, whoever this is for in the collective, and these readings are timeless, so you find it when you find it, but this is somebody who has been on something that seems to be a lifelong journey. Yeah, this is definitely a lifelong journey. Somebody who's got to the point where they realize that this awakening business is more about surrender than anything else. Like it's more about just like, you know what, literally what this person is doing. Reflect and just throw your hands up and be like, yep, this is it. This is it. And surrender into the flow of that. Not trying to stay stuck on anything. There's a lot of healing that's been done around neglect, feeling that you haven't done enough work, feeling that you've been overworked, somebody who's done a lot of work, somebody who had a job when they shouldn't have had a job. And I mean that as in maybe you started working when you were like 10 or 14 or some crazy ass number. It's like everyone else is like, you're like, you too? And they're like, no, I was in school. And you were like, oh, I wasn't. It's that energy. It's this energy of having to grow up too fast. But then it's also this energy of kind of like a topsy-turvy energy is what I'm going to say that you've moved through. And it's somebody who's deeply intuitive that I'm talking to right now. And I'm not saying this like, I think I'm deeply intuitive. Like, you're so deeply intuitive that you've been shown it. And even when you try to run away from it, it was still there in your face and it doesn't go away. And even when you've tried to wish it away, it's still been there. Well, you have guides, you have your people around you, you have, whether it's ancestors or whatever it is, they're cheering you on. Your higher self, whatever you want to call it, however you tap in, they're cheering you on. They're proud of you. And I say pride lightly because in a human like way that we have it here, it feels like it's some sort of approval or stamp of approval, but this is not that. This is like they're putting respect on your name for what you've done. The midday magic is coming up, and the idea of in 3 moon cycles. So something has happened in 3 moon cycles. And they said clapping and cheering. So it's either something is no, it's happening in 3 moon cycles. And it usually comes in threes with you. And this is how you were able to overcome and alchemize this neglect that you went through, this idea of being overworked or working too hard, and then it being thrown out. Somebody really working hard on something, it just being rubbished is what I'm seeing. And then someone supposed to be having access to a certain amount of wealth, and I mean it when I say wealth, and I'm not, and like I said, this is not a spirituality podcast, this is consciousness and awareness. You're having this thing here that doesn't involve being dabbling in poverty here. You're supposed to have access to some funds that were supposed to have you live a certain type of lifestyle, and it's like you had to walk away from that because of the way that you are so intuitive, the things that you saw coming and the attachments that would bring. And you knew it didn't come for free. It's like, so you gave it up because you knew what attachments came with it. You could see the strings that would try to bind you to, and you weren't on it like that. Yeah. And you were not vilified for walking away, but it was like people thought you were stupid for walking away, or that made you like you did it because you didn't want to live up to your responsibilities, or you did it because you were naive or dumb, or you were idealistic. But really it was because you were deeply intuitive and you saw what the stipulations of it energetically would mean for you. All right, what else do you need them to know right now? You're proud and redirected route. Old paths and goals lose their appeal. Redirected route. What is it about this redirected route? Okay. When it came to this money, this hard work thing, when it came to this, it was like, imagine a family business, and for whoever this is like, it was passed down, but it wasn't passed down without its brokenness, but it didn't appeal to you because you knew what karmically it had attached to it. And you knew this because of how deeply intuitive you were. But in doing that, you redirected a route not only for yourself, but for like your whole entire lineage. This was you really being this karmic loop breaker in sorts. It wasn't something that was done. It's never been done in your line. It's never been done before. It was outrageous. It was outrageous at the time. But this is known. Whoever I'm talking to, like, this was a big deal at the time. Yeah.
I'm saying blessed. Hey, blessed.
Hey, blessed.
He's saying stop being in quick to say, hey, been very out of commission for a while with a couple of injuries, but I'm on the mend. No worries. Much love to you all.
Okay, sending you love, blessed. You know we love you.
Love.
All right.
And yeah, we'll catch up soon.
Absolutely. Off the internets.
Yeah, of course.
All right. Three's a crowd. Three's a crowd. They get no love from me. Okay, whatever this situation was, 929 is relevant as well. The number 929. Yep. Period. Three's a crowd. They gets no love from you. Somebody was disowned, and yeah, this was a disownership. This was a walking away because of this decision. But this redirection that you did, the redirecting of this route, opened up so many other channels for you. But this was the way that it was always supposed to go. And even though it was unconventional or unheard of, you knew that this wasn't something you were supposed to dabble in. I'm only going to read so deeply because this has got a lot. This is heavy in this collective right here. I'm going to pull 3 more. Yes, I am. I'm hearing, no, you're not. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. So right on three's a crowd, we're getting yeah. This had to be done to strike back a balance in your life, but it was very destabilizing. It was very destabilizing for home life. I'm getting broken home energy. I'm getting like it broke a home. This decision broke a home in some ways. Or broke somebody's stability in some ways. It like threw someone off of their balance. But because of this intuitiveness, you knew that you would kind of land back on your feet. But it was because everybody else couldn't see it like that. So it was kind of like met by ill wishes, like you'll never make it type of energy. This was not easy. And I'm hearing your guys telling you, yeah, we know it's not easy. It was never going to be a walk in the park. And you knew this. And it's kind of what had you shook to make the decision in the first place, but it had to be done. And you knew that you had to surrender to that. You knew that that was going to be part of the flow. Give me this 2 of Pentacles. Give me some up about this, please. All right. Dependable. Okay. Oh, okay. There's somebody coming in here for you where you will be actually extending some form of familyhood with this person. This person is grounding for you. This person is in perfect balance with you. This person is emotionally, mentally, and materialistically in line with you. And I mean that in the things that you both want, like this Belinda Carlisle, we dream the same dream, we want the same things, that type of energy. Yeah. They are dependable. They're going to be there for you, but they also are not there for you because they think you need them. They're there for you just out of the pleasure of being there for you. They're well aware that you are somebody who is more than capable. Moving forward, this will be very harmonious in your life, but you are asked at this point to stop looking back. Stop looking back because this is where this harmony is coming in. And back is only going to be causing you more of the energy of being in the loop of having to heal a heartbreak. Yeah, this is stable in love, held and whole. This new love for you is something that is extremely, and I'm getting it's the alchemy for you. But it's the alchemy, what they're telling you is the alchemy that you had your first intuition about. So it's as if you took the steps before knowing what was coming, but what was coming is what you knew was going to be for you, which was this harmony, which was this partnership that you're going to be stepping into right now. And that could be, I'm hearing that it's to do with family, it's to do with harmony, home. This is definitely love. This is definitely somebody who you will spend a lot of your time with, a lot of your energy with. This is not platonic at all. This is deep. It's It's deep, it's family, it's love, it's romantic in some cases, but this is like someone you are going to live with, do life with. Yeah, for some of you, this is giving somebody who you're going to have a child with or share a family with, extend family with, definitely family. All right. This is something that you set up for yourself a very long time ago, and it's felt like ages before it's come into fruition. But this is what your original inclination was about. This is what you, and it's funny because you're so intuitive and you'd made this play, but this is the one play that hadn't shown itself to come to fruition yet, and it had you at some point second guessing your intuition, like, wow, I've been really good with intuition, but that one I got wrong. No, that one you got right. It just took a little bit more moons to come through. That's what it is. But it's coming and it's here and it's all yours, and you knew it from the start. The vindication is here. That's my message for you today. Whoever that resonated with or for is, that's clearing it. All right. Much love. And thank you for letting me do this with you guys.
So before we go,
Claim it.
I
Yeah.
was going
Claim it if it's yours.
to address just one thing that I know Diana said. I understand, Diana, you were talking about how basically trying to say it right now, because a lot of things you like to buy from our website. We basically at the moment we're trying to work out different ways to make it accessible for everyone, because we understand the situation differ from one person to another. So we're trying to keep things accessible. We at the moment working other ways as well, but obviously it takes time and energy. So we still have to also preserve our energy. So we're trying to find a balance in between the both, so that can benefit everyone. Meanwhile, though, you can just keep up with us on the community post, the newsletter, and there is, like Shem said, an event that's coming up at the end of the month, this last weekend of the month. It's on Saturday and Sunday. And basically, yeah, this is pretty accessible. It's the price of a coffee, well, over here in the UK, which is what, £5, something like that.
Yeah.
And so yeah,
if you don't get a grande from,
no, you better not get a grande. What's that, venti from
venti?
Starbucks?
If you don't get a venti,
yeah. So basically, yeah, we really want the community together. I'm even thinking about see how to grow the Discord. We're thinking about how to make it so that everyone can be there, and then whether we here or not, or because guys, we always, most of the Sundays we here anyway. But if we know, the conversation can still be going on Discord between you guys, and then you can support one another, because essentially, like, you don't have to do that alone anyway. So
that's the whole point of doing this.
Or one of that.
Yeah.
All right. So
thank you as always. It's been lovely, guys. It always is. And we will catch you in the Tinternet following week. And much love as always to all of you. Soul Tribe, Soul Family.
Much love. Thank you, Diana. And we know Diana. So really, we appreciate it a lot.
Much appreciated to all of you. All right. Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you all.
See ya. Till next time.
See ya.
Bye.